This is Valley News Live at 6:30.
Good evening and happy Friday, everyone. Right now, rain is moving in for some of us, but for most, it's been a beautiful day outside heading into the weekend, and many folks are outside enjoying it. In addition, of course, to Rib Fest outside the Fargo Dome, there's also Midwest Kid Fest going on right now at Island Park. That event has food vendors, inflatable games, and some other fun activities. The festivities go on until about 7 o'clock, another half an hour. Kids tell us they've been having a blast.
Just want to have some fun. Has nothing to do, just have fun with family, I guess. Meet up with a couple friends. It's been amazing out here with my sisters and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been fun.
And we're looking forward to a good-looking weekend, too. For details on that, let's send things over now to First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hutch.
Justin, thanks so much. As we look off into the distance, well, we do see some rain showers. Notice you can see the backlight underneath this cloud. No rain happening there, but just off to the north, you lose that backlight. Those are rain showers. Those are north of the metro. We do have a batch that's south of the metro, and we'll get to the radar to clear things up on that. A line of showers extending from western Manitoba right through the Devil's Lake Basin. A few infrequent bolts of lightning. Highway 200 seeing some showers. Lightning dissipating from this cluster of showers making its way through southeast North Dakota. So this batch moving south, this batch moving due east. There's a chance of some storms in the FM area, but the better chance will be just north of us and into Grand Forks. So the best chance of these showers will continue to the south at about 20 miles per hour. Fargo and Grand Forks, the best chance for us will be closer to that 8 o'clock time frame. I'll have hour-by-hour details on this because, Justin, we could see overnight storms that could be more widespread than what we're seeing here. I'll have details on that, and we'll look ahead for the rest of the weekend in a minute.
All right, thanks, Hutch. And with that weather heading our way, whether you're hitting the lakes or hitting the ribs, it's a good idea to keep that VNL Weather app in your pocket. You can download and use it for free. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store today. Tonight, one person is dead after a car crash just south of New York Mills. Police say around 11 this morning, the Otter Tail County Sheriff's Office received a 911 call about a two-vehicle crash on County Highway 67. Responders performed life-saving measures on one of the drivers, a 47-year-old, but he or she passed away at the scene. The other driver was brought to the hospital with minor injuries. That investigation continues. No names have been released. Officials say they do not believe alcohol or drugs to be a factor. Investigators are still trying to figure out what caused a truck to go up in flames this morning in West Fargo. This happened the 300 block of 23rd Avenue East, kind of behind the Costco. The truck that was caught fire was a spray-in insulation truck applying a waterproof product, a hazardous material. Crews were brought in. They were able to put out that fire quickly, but the construction site where the vehicle was parked had smoke damage. No one was hurt, however.
This is common. We've actually had a couple of spray-in insulation truck fires. We had one 2 summers ago, so this is a pretty good outcome given the situation that we were faced.
We have new information on a man who fled police in Grand Forks by jumping into the Red River. 21-year-old Jerome White was arrested in Grand Forks after fleeing police by vehicle, by foot, and then swimming. According to court documents, White now faces numerous open felony cases in Minnesota, including felony theft, attempted aggravated robbery, second and third degree assault, felony receiving stolen property, and the pickup he was driving, police say, was also reported as stolen. A jury has now convicted a North Dakota man of shooting 2 Wisconsin police officers. 25-year-old Nathaniel Benton was found guilty yesterday of first-degree attempted homicide, reckless endangerment, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Body camera footage shows Benton shooting at 2 officers, the Delafield Holiday Inn, in November of 2020. Benton testified he had shot someone in Fargo about a week earlier, fled to Indiana, then was on his way back to North Dakota when he stopped in Delafield, kind of in southeastern Wisconsin. Officers responded to a hit and run in that same area, questioned him as he was entering the hotel, and they say he fired because he was trying to get away. A Fargo man charged with multiple child pornography crimes faces jail time and tens of thousands of dollars in restitution. 42-year-old Jeffrey Buckmeyer of Fargo was sentenced to 27 years in federal prison for the charges of receipt and distribution of materials containing child pornography and possession of materials containing child pornography. Buckmeyer was also sentenced to a lifetime of supervised release once he's out. He was ordered to pay $84,000 in restitution to the child victims depicted in the child pornography. A Moorhead man who responded to a Craigslist ad seeking a tutor for a 10-year-old girl was sentenced to 17.5 years in prison for attempted sex trafficking of a child and distribution of child pornography. Investigators say 48-year-old James Van Raden was trying to solicit who he thought was a 10-year-old girl for commercial sex acts from December 2019 through July of 2020. Over the course of those 7+ months, police say he sent child porn to the undercover officer who posted the ad, posing as the child, and further arranged to engage in commercial sex with the perceived girl. Van Raden was also sentenced to a lifetime of supervised release. A teen is in jail after police say he robbed someone and threatened to shoot him. This happened around 5:30 last night near Horizon Middle School. The victim says he knows the suspect, that he took a lot of money from him. Officers spotted 18-year-old Ahmed Abdi Hassan Jr. of Fargo near 12th Avenue and 34th Street South and arrested him after a foot chase. He's now in the Clay County Jail for robbery and fleeing. Local groups are organizing a gun reform march tomorrow in the FM area. It's set to coincide with a number of marches held all across the country. The event locally begins at 3 o'clock tomorrow at Trinity Lutheran Church in Moorhead. They're set to march from the church to Fargo, then back. It's almost 2 miles. Ends with the worship service at 4 at Trinity. The June election is coming up on Tuesday, and today mayoral and city commission candidates announced their plans to end special assessments and protect neighborhoods in Fargo. All three agree something needs to be done about the growing homeless community downtown as well. They hope to use plans put in place by Utah and Canada to heal and rehome those living on the streets. They also say they'd like to get rid of the city's special assessments, saying it combats rising rental prices as a way of saving homeowners from having to pay more. They're also looking to start a neighborhood advisory council where one person from each neighborhood would come to meet with the planning department.
They will make the recommendation there, and then that will come to the city commission without us, listening to, big interest group and telling us what to do. But we want to hear what, neighborhood tell us to do.
Candidates say these steps would save Fargo over $50 million. The primary election is set for this coming Tuesday, June 14th. Tonight on Valley News Live at 9 and 10, it's been almost 7 years since his wife's death in a school bus crash on a foggy morning near Kindred. But the widowed husband continues to have problems collecting money owed to his family from her workman's comp. Valley News Team's Alex Larson sat down with him and will have his full story tonight, again at 9 and 10. The County of Grand Forks wants your input about a proposed change to its form of government. Grand Forks County Commission's exploring the process of changing the county's local government rule from statutory rule to home rule. That would transfer authority for municipal matters from state laws to a local charter that's drafted and adopted by voters. A survey went live today. It runs until June 6th. Paper copies are available at the Grand Forks County Office Building. That's at 151 4th Street South in Grand Forks, or you can visit valleynewslive.com for a link. The Community Town Hall is scheduled for 5:30 June 16th at Red River High School. Mailers will go out to county residents in mid-June. Still to come at 6:30. Tax forms are going to be looking a little different for some this upcoming year. We'll tell you why.
And we're tracking a few spotty showers and thunder showers working their way through the region tonight. We'll let you know about these more overnight. First Alert Weather Day has been declared for Monday. The latest in your hour-by-hour forecast is next.